Good morning. This is Pastor Robert. Hey, I'm glad to be here with you. February 18th, 2026. It comes by fast. It seems like to me these years and days just move in seconds. And so here we are. And I hope that you have had a great weekend. Sri and I and Lily had a great weekend. We went all the way to Florida to Universal Studios, did all the park stuff, and we had a great time. We had a fantastic time. And Lily and I got to celebrate our birthdays together. We've been doing that now for her 12 years of life, and I enjoy that because that makes her 12 years old and me 62 is always 10 years in that difference like that. So I love that. It's more than 10 years, but it's it's good to grow older. And there was a thought I had, and this person said this. He said, growing older is okay as long as you keep moving. And so maybe that's something for you today. Don't sit in the recliner for 10 to 12 hours. Get up every once in a while, or do like I do when I'm in that recliner. Do some sit-ups. It's automatic. You can do it sit up, back and forth, back and forth. But get up, do some arm stretches. And it said that people that move live longer. And so hopefully you'll get up, keep moving. Take a trip to Disney World on that. That'll walk you out, man. It was unbelievable. But beautiful days, fast 3 days up and down and back. Had good plane rides. I would never drive that. I tried to drive it. We drove it one time. I wouldn't do that again. But pardon me. So this morning, I want to take us on to this journey. I started the journey in January, and the journey was that we are the lights of the world. Now, we know who the light is. The light is Christ. And so without any question, he is the light. And then once you receive the light, meaning you have given your life to Christ, you've surrendered who you are. It doesn't mean you're perfect at it. It doesn't mean you're sinless. It doesn't mean that you've got it all together. What it means is that you have given yourself to Christ and all that he has done for us, his death, his burial, his resurrection, and his life. That's the gospel. And so this morning, we are going to look at that. How do I shine? And over the next months, I'm hoping you'll adopt it. I'm bringing it here to Madison, that we are lights shining in a dark place. And in our world, that dark place, there needs to be light. There needs to be lights that shine. It's important that there's not just darkness, but that there in that darkness, there comes this light, and that light is you. And the light is Christ in you, the hope of glory. And so when you think about the word light, Timothy was a young man. In 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12, you find Timothy and Paul speaking together. And Paul is trying to help Timothy grow as a pastor, as a Christian, as a believer. And so he's trying to encourage him. And so he comes into this verse and he said, Timothy, I want you to be an example. It's 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12. This is the C part of it. I want you to be an example. I want you to be an example. And I want that example to be in these areas. Okay. And I'm going to list them for you right now. And then we'll go back and just talk about them just for a minute. I want you to be an example in the words you use. I want you to be an example in how you live your life. And I can hear Paul saying that to Timothy. Can't you hear him? Watch your words. Watch how you live. And then not only that, Timothy, I want you to watch how you love people. You see, we can have love, which God is love in us, but to shine with that love. We're to shine out with that love. And not only that, Timothy, but you're to shine forward with your faith. That means what you believe in God. And so for us, many of us have been in church a long, long time. And if you really sit down and said, what do I believe about Christ? Could you list 3 or 4 things? Could you list them? What do you believe? You need to be able to talk about your faith. And that's a part of the light that shines. No matter where you are, you can be in Universal Studios, outside Hogwarts or whatever that is. And there could be people right there watching you. And you're a light, even in the middle of the crowds that are out there. And if you'll look around, you'll see people that need a shine. They need some light to shine into their life. You can even see it by their frustration. They need light. And so you and I are to live a life of faith and be a shining bright light. And then he said, Timothy, not being the last thing, but the thing I want you to do is I want you to live a pure life. Now, this is an issue with many of us, and I point to myself. Purity means honesty and trustworthiness. And isn't it true? Isn't it happened to you as it's happened to me? Hi, Mom. Thank you. She wished me happy birthday early this morning. I love you. Isn't it true that we really don't know each other? You could say, I know them. I know them without any question. I know they're a believer. I know they love people. I know but yet there's that mystery underneath each of us. Each of us have it. It's a mystery. And it kind of rides underneath everything. And that is that part that says, are you honest? Are you pure? Are you truthful? And all of us would admit that. Every one of us would. To be a bright, shining light. Let me take you back to number one. Timothy, I want you to watch how you speak. And I love this verse. I wish you would write it down. Colossians chapter 4, verse 6. Listen to it. This is the B part of it. Let your words always be with grace. You've heard that statement. If you can't say nothing at all good, don't say it. Well, it's similar. But the words inside of us, we're speaking loud, even though they're not coming out our mouth. What is your mind speaking? See, because it's got to start in the treasury of the heart. If your mind has words in it that are not full of grace, they'll come out. And it will be surprising to you at times when they come out. And so Paul looks at Timothy and says, Timothy, when and I think if we can catch it, when you're angry, when you're frustrated, if you have internal words that are not full of grace, they will come out. They'll come out and they will just hop out there and hurt everyone that hears them. Some of us, our words speak just through our face. You know what I mean? Your spouse can tell just by the look of your face how you're doing. They could see it. And they don't even have to be words coming out of your mouth. And they'll say, oh, and I tell you, I must be so predictable. We were at a hamburger place last night, Chester's, and it's a beautiful place. And I ordered a hamburger, split it in half, and we were sitting both on one side watching the Olympics. And there was a dad came in with two young kids, and we were out kind of on the patio side. And dad turned around and looked at us and said, well, I'm sorry. I know y'all are out here trying to enjoy some quiet. And here we are. We're going to introduce these kids into this quiet. And sure enough, almost simultaneously said, you know what? We miss our kids. And we love hearing kids. And I always tell people in our sanctuary here, it's just kind of right out that door. I tell them, the crying babies don't hurt me and they don't bother me, because I miss that. I miss that. And I love that part of life where you can look back and say, wow, I miss that. But in grace, we have to be willing to understand that people read you and I, even without words, that the daddy stood up and told his girls to go out the door, which is go back into the restaurant and to the restroom to wash their hands. And so when I was old enough and when I was little, and so I watched them go out and Sri said, well, I know what you're thinking. Because see, we know. And what was I thinking? I was thinking, man, maybe that girl's too young. Maybe that dad ought to go with them. That's that helicopter parenting that I've always had problems with. And so she can know. She knew what was coming out. So is your words of grace? And how are words of grace given? Well, one, you give compliments. And then don't make everything about you or about your hurt or your situation. You can ask questions. Your words can be questions. How are you doing today? And then stop. Don't say how are you doing and not stop and listen to how they're doing. And if they really let you have it, how they're doing, listen to them. You don't have to say a word. You just can be present in that process of listening. And then how about this? I kind of move on. Timothy, watch how you live. Matthew 5:16, let your light shine so bright that they see your good works and they glorify God in heaven. So our conduct. Now, for the most part, I would say probably all of us in here are not meanies, or we're not conducting ourselves in ways that are demeaning to people. But sometimes the way we live, what we accept into our life, what we push out of our life, our conduct. There's some people that in their conduct, they justify meanness. Can I just help you with that? I think mean people get very little done. Now, they'll think they get a lot done. Mean people believe that they're on the top because they're mean and they're strong. And your face can tell people if you're mean. You can just read people and go, oh gosh, they're mean. I don't have nothing to do with them. But the meanness and the conduct are not becoming of a child of God. And that's what I think Paul is saying to Timothy. He says, Timothy, don't be mean. You're always going to be able to tell somebody what they've done wrong, but don't be mean. You don't have to be mean about it. It's hard enough in life, isn't it? Watch your conduct. Watch your conduct. And then he said, I want your light to shine not only in your speech and what you say, and not only in your conduct and how you live, but I want you to let a light shine called love. Now love in 1 John 4:7-8, and I just listed a little part of the verse that said, let us love one another. Let us love one another. Now, I think in love, you have some areas. One, I think love is not just sugary. You're tolerant of everything that comes in love means that you're never going to say no. I don't think that's what that means. I think what it means is that when you love, you realize that you need love. And all of us, and even you're listening right now, you need love. And what do you need the most about love? You need God, because it says in that verse, love one another because God is love. So if you were in the presence of God, how would he love you? Can you just imagine that? How would he love you? Would he speak bad of you? Would he conduct life in a way that's not good? No, he would love you. That means he would care for you, even when you don't care for yourself, even when you have gone off the deep end, he would love you. You see, that's the issue in our world. As soon as somebody does something we don't like, we're real fast just to turn them off. Now, I don't think we have to put ourselves in danger or put ourselves in a situation where you're going to always get beat up or something like that. Love sometimes means from a distance. You know what I mean? From a distance. Maybe these folks that you're loving, they don't reciprocate. They don't give the love back. And that's okay. But you're shining as a light of love. That means, what if they call? Answer the phone. You'll see their name. Now, you might say to yourself, oh, no, it's them. Or maybe they're coming for a visit. Oh, no, we're going to give them hotels to let them stay here. Loving means showing actions of kindness. Okay, so do that. And then fourthly, it's how do I shine as a bright light? Well, you shine in what you believe. Now, if you're political, I think all of us are political to some extent, but if you're that person that when you start talking about politics, your speech changes, your conduct changes, your love gets really, really deep back there, be careful, because people know what you believe. We just don't have to hammer it down their throat. Okay, be careful with that. Have a belief system. I say believe in God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and make sure you believe in the Word of God and all the extra stuff out there. Maybe you believe that everybody ought to go to Planet Fitness, and maybe you talk about that a lot, like I do. I would love for everybody to go, but maybe I really wouldn't, because if everybody went, I'd never get any exercise done. There's not enough room. But do believe in some things. Believe in some things. Believe in who God is and who Jesus is and the Word of God. Believe in exercise. Believe in family time. But know your core beliefs. Core beliefs. Know them. Don't give up on them. And then lastly, how do I shine as a light? With honesty. And I talked about it just a minute ago, so I wanted to end with it here with you. Friends, let's be honest. Dishonesty has hurt a lot of people, and it's hurting a lot of people right now. And maybe you're a part of it. Maybe you're a part of being dishonest. You want everybody to believe that you are a beacon of light of Jesus and all that. But down deep under that surface, there's some dishonesty. Let's come clean. Okay, I think that's what Christianity means. I think Paul is trying to say to Timothy, just come clean. You don't have to fake it. You're either a saint or you ain't. And the truth is, when a believer's light is not being honest, it's very dim. Doesn't mean it's gone. This means it's very dim. And people kind of love that. Those of the world, in the dark world, love seeing Christians fail. And they fail a lot in this dishonesty. And you've had friends, and I have too, that have told you, man, I didn't do it. And I'm pure. I'm living honest. And come to find out, down under the surface, you didn't know them at all. Christians, let's be honest. Let me recap this for you. And here it is. We are to be lights that shine in dark spaces. The light is not us. The light is Christ in us, the hope of glory. We're to watch our words. We're to watch our conduct. We're to love people with God's love. We're to have faith and know what we believe and be pure. Let your light shine. Let your words, your actions, your love, and know what you believe and be honest about it. I thank you guys. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. Be blessed today. Don't forget tonight, if you're in town, 5:30, our deacons are cooking a breakfast for dinner, and it's our pancake breakfast. And they want to do that for you as a church. So please come. If you haven't been coming on Wednesday night, come be a part of it. You'll be a great blessing to you. It starts at 5:30. Everything else is the same. They're just taking the kitchen over and doing some sausages or bacon and I think some bacon. I can't remember for sure. And pancakes. Come and meet some of them. Let them bless you, because that's why they're here. They're servants of the church. And let that be a blessing to you. Then at 6:30, we have Awana. We have choir practice. We have adult Bible study in the fellowship hall. We have youth upstairs. So please come, be a part of it. Be blessed. Know I love you. And I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Have a great night.